Good morning, Internet. And I actually mean morning this time, as opposed to the afternoon, which I'm used to. I usually wake up at like anywhere between noon and 2. But today, I woke up at 8. No, wait, actually, I woke up at like 7. The job interview itself was at 8. I had a job interview today. Bright and early. It was worth it. I think it went well. Anyway, questions. I should probably answer those. Question number 1. What are your future plans slash goals? Goals slash plans, whatever. Career wise, I'd like to move out to LA, get a job in the film industry. I don't really care what I do as long as I'm on the technical side of it. I'll admit, I'm good at acting, but the idea of actually like being the one who makes the movies, that's so appealing to me. I don't know why, but I've always wanted to do that. So, hopefully that'll turn out well for me. In my personal life, I'd love to get married, settle down with a woman, have a couple kids. Probably no more than two. I don't think I can handle more than two kids. If she wants to be the one to give birth to them, more power to her. She's more than welcome. I refuse to actually give birth. So, I'm more than happy with adopting kids. So, that's a thing. I guess that's it about that question. Question number 2. What are you passionate about? You don't ask a nerd what she's passionate about, because once you get her talking, she goes on for a while. I have a feeling that this is gonna be quite a rant. Well, not really a rant, because I'm not angry at all. But, 3 big things that I'm passionate about. Writing. I love to write. I've loved to write since I was 10 years old. And I will probably be a writer till the day I die. Movies. Specifically, movies that are so bad they're funny. I love movies like that. I don't know why. But they're, like, fantastic to me. Like, they're so funny, because they're so bad. Okay. The most popular one right now, or the most popular ones, they're considered cult classics at this point. The Room and Troll 2. And honestly, those are 2 of my favorite movies of all time. Because they're just so bad. They're hilarious. Like, in The Room, at one point, there's this completely irrelevant scene to... I, I can't really call it a plot. The movie has no plot. I mean, it's supposed to have a plot. There's elements of a plot in this movie. But there are so many plot holes and so many breaks from this plot that you kind of forget there's a plot. Anyway, there's this one scene that's just irrelevant to the entire movie. He walks into this flower shop. There's a pug sitting on the counter. This pug is not commented upon. He's not important. He's just there. He's just sitting there on the counter of the flower shop, and the main character walks in and he's like, "Hi, can I have a dozen red roses, please?" That's how he talks. That is his voice. That is legitimately his voice. And the woman goes, "Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you." Okay, this man has long, stringy black hair, a suit that's like 2 sizes too big for him. He's wearing sunglasses. He always wears sunglasses for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, she says, "I didn't know it was you." If this man walked into your flower shop every day, you would know it was him. You would. You just would. Anyway. So that's The Room. That movie... That movie is so great. Because it's so terrible. I guess my other 2 big favorite so bad they're good movies. Romeo and Juliet Sealed with a Kiss. I have no words. It's supposed to be a family-style, modern retelling of Romeo and Juliet. But these people wanted to rip off Disney so badly. They wanted to rip off the Disney style so badly. But none of the actors could sing. They were talk singing the entire time. Oh yeah, and this entire movie is about seals. The characters are seals. That's where the sealed with a kiss comes in. It's so punny, isn't it? This movie. This movie. And for no reason, there's like this little fish that follows them around. This little tiny fish that is obviously played by a 5-year-old. Actually, it's been said that this kid is the 5-year old daughter of the guy who made this movie. He made this movie so that his daughter could act in it. I'm not gonna lie, the notion of it is really cute. But this movie is so bad. So yeah, Romeo and Juliet sealed with a kiss. And then there's Max Magician and the Legend of the Rings. I'm not even gonna say anything about this movie. You just have to look it up on YouTube for yourself. Just look it up. Okay, I have to say something about it now. It's a terrible mixture of The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. If The Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter got drunk one night, like shit-faced drunk, and did it, this movie would be the bastard child of Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings. I shit you not. I'm done. I'm done with talking about that movie. It's just, you have to watch it. Anyway, I'm obviously passionate about movies that are so bad they're good. Let's move on to the next thing I'm passionate about. Cartoons. Call me a dork, but I love cartoons. I'm a child of the 90s. I honestly am. 90s cartoons are fantastic, but obviously, like Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Animaniacs, all that stuff. Fantastic. Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. I know way more trivia about those shows than I should. Great shows. But there are also some modern shows that are just fantastic. I feel like our generation is starting to grow up and getting into the industry of cartooning. And they want to bring back the elements that we grew up with. We grew up with cartoon-wise. So they came out with Flapjack, Phineas and Ferb, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Before you go judging me on that one, watch it. Like, seriously, the entire series is on YouTube. Just watch it. It's a great show. Even if you're a dude, or you're like, if you're like, if you think you're too macho for this show, trust me, you're not. No one is too macho for this show. This show is fantastic. Like, the fan base is mostly, like, dudes in their 20s. Not even kidding. Like, the target fan base is, like, 5-year-old girls, but most of the fans of the show are 20-year-old men. And that's because the show is awesome. It contains, like, all of the elements of a good, basic 1990s cartoon. And that's probably because it's written and directed and all that by Lauren Faust, creator of the Powerpuff Girls and Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. She's in charge of all this. Because she's wonderful. It's a great show. Watch it. Don't judge me. Yeah. And that's why you never ask a nerd what she's passionate about. We go on rants. That's kind of a nerd thing. Okay, I'm gonna stop this before I embarrass myself anymore. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, kids.